If you're 25, 30, or 35 right now, you've probably asked yourself this at 2 a.m. Am I behind? Here's the actual answer, backed by real 2026 data, not vibes, not Instagram comparisons. And I think it might surprise you either way. I'm Ruchhi, and on this channel, we break down the psychology and the math behind your money. No jargon, no shame, just what's actually true. Let's start with the benchmark almost every financial planner uses. By 25, the widely used Fidelity benchmark says you should have about half your annual salary saved for retirement. Earning $50,000 a year, that's around $25,000. Here's the number that actually matters more. The real median for people under 35 is under $20,000. So if you're nowhere near that benchmark at 25, you're not behind, you're normal. Most people are. What actually matters at 25 isn't the balance, it's the habit. Someone who starts saving consistently at 25 instead of 35, even at the exact same monthly amount, ends up with roughly $500,000 more by 65. Purely from time in the market, not from saving more. At 25, the goal was never a number. It's starting. By 30, the benchmark jumps to 1 times your salary. Earning $60,000? The target is $60,000 saved. Most people are behind this one too, but the ones who aren't almost always have one thing in common. They automated their savings years earlier and just let it run. Here's the number that should actually motivate you. $500 a month starting at 30 grows to roughly $900,000 by 65. That same $500 a month starting at 50 grows to about $158,000. Same effort, same amount, wildly different outcome. The only variable is time. By 35, the benchmark is 2 times your salary. On a $70,000 income, that's $140,000 saved. This is usually where the gap between the benchmark and reality feels the biggest, and where people either panic or give up completely. Do neither. If you're behind at 35, the math still works in your favor more than you'd think. Increasing your monthly contribution, even modestly, can cut years off your timeline. The goal was never to hit every benchmark perfectly. It's knowing where you actually stand and adjusting from there. By 40, the benchmark jumps to 3 times your salary. On a $75,000 income, that's $225,000 saved. This is often called the catch-up decade. Peak earning years are just ahead, but so are peak expenses. Mortgages, kids, aging parents. The median 40-year-old has only about a fifth of this benchmark saved. So if you're behind, you're very much not alone. The single move that matters most here isn't a dramatic lifestyle cut. It's making sure you're capturing every dollar of employer 401k match you're offered. That's free money, and skipping it is the most common and most expensive mistake at this age. By 45, the target is 4 times your salary. On that same $75,000 income, that's $300,000. If you're behind at 45, here's the honest math. You still have roughly 2 decades before typical retirement age. That's enough time for consistent, moderately increased contributions to close a meaningful part of the gap, especially once you hit 50. When catch-up contribution limits kick in and let you put away significantly more each year, the number matters less than the trend. Are you closer to the benchmark than you were last year? That's the actual question worth asking. So there it is. Now you know exactly how you compare, all the way from 25 to 45. And here's the actual takeaway. These numbers are a guide, not a grade. About a quarter of people have nothing saved at all. So if you have anything, you're already ahead of more people than you think. The single biggest lever at any age isn't the exact number, it's consistency. Someone who starts small and stays consistent will always outperform someone waiting for the right time to start big. If this gave you a clearer picture of where you stand, subscribe. Every Friday, we break down another piece of the money puzzle, backed by real research, not guesswork. And if you want to know exactly how to catch up faster, that's next week's video.